Very
And
nice.
then, so how about a condo or a townhome? The median price of a 430, that would be something, you know, in Waikiki, perhaps. This is a 1 bedroom, 1 bath. There's no parking, but it's a high-rise condo. So this is on the 44th floor. So you have amazing views. Oh, and so Waikiki is like a mini Manhattan. So it's just condensed. There's about 100 apartment buildings in Waikiki.
Okay. Is
Yes.
that common? Do they tend to be like 1 bedrooms, or do you get like larger ones, I assume?
So in Waikiki, we've got even studios that are like 200 square feet.
Okay.
Yes. So a 1 bedroom, 1 bath is, it's harder to find a 2 bedroom, I think, in Waikiki.
Okay. And would
Yes.
a lot of these be vacation homes then?
Yes and no. So if anyone was interested, you would need to look at the zone to see if you can do short-term rentals.
I see. Okay.
So this one is zoned apartment. So technically you're not supposed to do vacation rentals unless it has a license, a non-conforming use certificate saying that you have been grandfathered in to be able to do short-term rentals.
Oh, okay.
We
So
had a new bill.
encourage that
Yes.
then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we had a new bill passed last August called Bill 89, which prohibits illegal short-term rentals. So that is why in Waikiki, we are seeing a lot of condominiums being put on the market. Some buyers had bought, you know, with the calculation of using a short-term rental revenue, and maybe they had taken out a mortgage. And when you do long-term rentals, maybe it doesn't, you know, you are in the red, perhaps.
So it may no longer make sense for them to hold on
Right.
to a property like that.
Yes.
Okay.
So I've seen buildings where they were doing illegal short-term rentals come up on the market, and I see the prices come down on those buildings.
Okay.
So it's interesting.
Yeah.
And that's why, yes, everyone should talk to the real estate expert to get their opinion.
Yes, we have them. We have some of that, of course, out here in Boston, sometimes depending on the municipality or the town that you're in. Sometimes even on the condo association level itself. So you need to review the condo docs closely and say, if you plan to rent that out at some point,
Right.
if your town allows it, then you need to do a double check and make sure the condo association
Yes.
allows it. So when I have people talking to me about, you know, maybe having a condo as a first time home, you know, we have the conversation. I said, is this something that you think you would just sell and upgrade, or would you consider renting? And they're like, well, we might rent it out. And I say, well, you know, have your attorney go through the condo docs to make sure that's possible. In Boston, I mentioned attorney only because attorneys are very much a part of the whole process out here. We don't really go to title companies. So an attorney steps in for that. So we have for the offer process, just to, you know, go off on a little bit of a tangent quickly.
Sure.
You do an offer, you do your home inspection, and then you do what we call purchase and sale, and the attorney writes that up, the purchase and sale. That formalizes all the stuff that happened during inspection and during the offer process. And then you go to close.
Wow. Is the purchase sale like the contract?
Yes, that's the final contract. So you have one contract is the offer, general
Okay.
terms. Then you get your home inspection if you're waiving it, and that's happening here. People are sometimes waiving home inspections
Because it's competitive.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. So then after that, the offer gets written up, then your attorney will formalize the purchase in a purchase and sale document. Then we go to underwriting with the loan, and then, you know, we close after that.
Wow.
Yeah. So
That
it's
is
different.
very different.
Yes. So
Wow.
depending on, I guess, on where you are in the country, like if I get people moving in from out of state, I sometimes ask them, I said, you know, which state are you coming from? And sometimes that gives me a bit of a clue, because that will change a bit the buyer presentation, or sometimes even the seller presentation that I give, because I need to make sure that they're aware of just the process. Nothing big.
No, that is very true though. That does make a difference. One of my first buyers they were retiring from Chicago, and they wanted an attorney present for the closing. And in Hawaii, the attorneys don't get involved.
Yeah.
So it was interesting to
Yeah.
learn that way too.
Yeah, I mean, it can be a shock sometimes. It's like, why do you want an attorney? Are you suing? It's like, no, it's just.
Each state is so different, and that is why I love talking to different realtors and their escrow process. We learn something new every time. So
Oh,
thank you, David, for sharing that. Yeah.
you're welcome.